Boy, is he strict.
Gotta get in there close and find out what's happening.
There's our ticket.
Hey, boys, look what I got here.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Casteneda, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
So Keith, are you experiencing jet lag, or have you had enough time to relax?
No, it wasn't too bad. You know, we did a big trip, a Patagonia trip to Chile and Argentina.
So cool.
It was great. It was a wonderful trip, but I'm glad to be back. It was a long one. It was almost 3 weeks long, and so a little over 2 weeks long, and so I'm ready. I'm happy to be back in the comforts of my own house and bed, and so
I'm sure.
As
Although
nice as it was,
yeah, trips are so great, but it's at that moment you get home, it's like,
it's so relaxing. Right?
Yes, it's good to be back.
Right.
And speaking of good to be back, welcome, Histophiles. Welcome back to Have You Seen This One? Episode number 242. I'm Jay Bullington.
I'm Keith Casteneda.
And we have our good friend Erin Casteneda with us. Hey, Erin.
Hey, guys.
Erin. All right, we got her back.
So glad.
Hi.
In case anybody's wondering, on our last episode, the last episode, you can't really tell by listening, but we had some technical difficulties, and we ended up having to record that in 3 different sessions over 2 days. Now, when you listen to it, I'm proud to say, I don't think you can tell. I think it
was done well. Yeah, it was spliced together quite nicely.
But while doing that, I got a little mixed up in my notes and stuff, and I said that Shauna would be joining us. Our friend Shauna, would be joining us for this episode. But I was mixed up. No, it's Erin, because we are talking about a 70s
It's a 1970s or 70s
and
guru.
Erin's our 70s expert. Before we get into our movie, though, let's talk about what's been entertaining us lately. Erin, what's new with you? What's been causing you to smile lately?
2 things. I binged through that show, The Burbs.
How is it?
With Keke Palmer. It's pretty good. It's not a... Don't think of it as a remake or like a part 2 of the movie or anything like that.
Okay.
It's not really an extension of it or anything like that. It's its own like Burbs story. Yes, there's like some characters that are somewhat the same, but the story is totally like different and everything. So, but it was entertaining. It was entertaining.
So it's like a different take on the same kind of premise, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
interesting. I love her. I
do
love
too.
her. Oh.
That's why we wanted to see it mostly, and we were laughing, and
oh my god,
it's not horrible, but it's entertaining.
Okay,
so
it's on my list,
good.
Definitely. I love Keke Palmer. I just recently, for some reason, pulled up. I don't know if you remember, they did a live version of Grease on TV.
I remember they did, but
and she was in that version.
Really?
Yeah, and she's great. She sings. She has a solo number in it too, where she sings. She's really a good singer, But she's just. I think Keke Palmer is so talented, and I just love seeing her. I can't wait to see this. I just enjoy her so much.
Her and Jack Whitehall he's a husband in it, and their chemistry together is actually really good. Like they really work well off of each other.
Fun.
So it's really good. So cool. I would recommend that. And then I kind of went after rewatching Blazing Saddles. My wife Carla hadn't seen that one, and she hadn't seen this other movie that I was like. I asked her, and it's 1968, Yours, Mine, and Ours. With Paul.
Oh yeah.
And she hadn't seen that one.
Oh my god.
That version. And so I was like, let's watch it, because I used to love it as a kid and stuff. So we watched that one. If you haven't seen the original version with Lucille Ball, oh my god, hilarious.
I just love that. Oh my god. It's Lucille Ball and Henry Fonda, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it in a while.
So
but,
funny, and it still holds up. So it's still
I love
good.
that.
But yeah, I highly recommend going back to see that one.
Cool, nice. Okay, well, Keith, what's been entertaining you lately, buddy?
Well, we had the big trip, and it was like maybe 18, 19 days. We did it right. We did like on the front end, we spent about 3 or 4 nights in Santiago, Chile, got to enjoy that area. We have a friend there that spent a whole day with us that showed us around and ate great Chilean food. And then on the back end, we did about 3 or 4 nights in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and got to do the same thing there. It was
Poor thing.
it was great. In the middle of it all, we did a 10-day camper van. We rented a camper van from the southernmost tip of Chile, and then we drove it almost 3,000 kilometers over the course of 10 days. The camper van was so cool. So it was like a truck, and then on the back of the truck is this small, it's almost like a mini size house. There was a bathroom and a bath and a small little dinette kitchen. There's a king size bed, and then on top you could enter the loft, and then there's a tent that's like perched on top. And so the places we went were just so breathtaking. It's a beautiful part of the world there in Patagonia. We did 3 different major parks: the Torres del Paine Park, the Glacier National Park in Argentina, and then the El Chalten and El Calafate are these 2 little mountain-sized little towns that kind of just gorgeous little cute little towns. And it was so interesting going through it all and experiencing that. But we were definitely thankful at the end of the 10-day of being in that camper van to get out of it and spread our wings a little bit more, because it was a little cramped, but it was an experience that I would not give up, and I would recommend to anyone who has the means and the time to do it, go for it, because it's something that we will always cherish and remember. It's a wonderful time.
I'm so glad y'all got to do that. That is so cool.
Oh, it was great. There are a couple of movies that I saw along the way.
I can't believe you were able to.
I still had time for that. Even though we were off the grid and had practically no internet connection for the majority of that time, I watched this movie that came out last year. It's called Beast of War. It's a shark movie. Have you heard of this one?
No.
Beast of War.
It's a shark movie?
It's a shark movie about these group of young soldiers who find themselves stranded. Their ship gets bombed and submerged and sunk. So then they're like holding on to this piece of wood or something, and there's a shark that's circling them as they're trying to get away. What's crazy though is that somehow the alarm from the submarine gets attached to the shark, and it has this really creepy sound. And so when you hear the sound, you know that the shark is near. And so you'll hear this sound come up, and then you're like, oh god, the shark is coming.
That
would have been great, right? I don't know if they could have done that due to copyright laws, but the movie wasn't obviously not the best shark movie of the world, but it was entertaining, and I would recommend it. Beast of War. It came out last year, 2025.
Okay.
There was one other movie that I saw on the plane. I love shark movies. I love zombie movies. I love movies about disease, space, all that kind of stuff. I saw one called Contagion. This is back from 2011, but it's star-studded. Contagion. It stars Matt Damon, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow, and so
I remember this movie.
Remember this one?
Yeah.
This is one where a disease.
Gwyneth Paltrow was I'm sorry, we're not covering it, so I don't want to ruin anything.
Right.
I was surprised at who went first. Let me just say.
It was and I like that they did that, because it lets you know. I don't care how big the person is. No one's safe.
All bets are off.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And so you also see how quickly a disease like that, a virus, can just spread across the world.
Sounds
I
like
wonder how
movie.
that would be.
Yeah, I wonder what that would be like. It sounds,
I hope we never do that. I have to go through that in our life.
I wonder what it would be like to cover a movie like that on our podcast.
No, I don't think we should ever cover another movie like that. You know what happened last time.
Because we know what happened last time.
Never again. But Contagion was a lot like Outbreak.
Yeah,
right? I feel like it was our fault. Right. All right. Thank God we're the only ones listening to this.
Right.
They'd be on our doorsteps, the FBI, CIA, DEA.
For real.
No.
Oh my
But that's
gosh.
about it. How about you, Jay? What's been entertaining you?
I got a couple things. My friend Kathy told me about something on Netflix, and I'm like, it sounded good. It's from 2022. It's called The Outfit, and it is a crime drama thriller. It's about this. It's Taylor. Actually, he says he's not a tailor. He's a cutter. This Englishman who is living in Chicago, and this is back during the mobster Chicago, like the big,
Al Capone.
Al Capone. In fact, Al Capone is a character. You don't see him, but he's a character in the story.
Right.
But he makes these fancy suits. The cutter does, and the mob has, they always want to be sharp dressed, so they go to this guy because he makes, the best stuff. Well, the outfit, get it? The outfit, because he makes outfits, but also the outfit is this group, this crime group.
Okay, I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was really an interesting watch. It was really fun. It's not like, oh my God, you can't miss this movie, but I really enjoyed it. It had really good acting, and it was something I really enjoyed. So the outfit's good. Now, the other one I want to talk about, oh my God, I'm so excited about this movie, y'all. It actually was made in 2025, but it was just released. It's just released this month. It's called Whistle.
Whistle.
It's directed by Corin Hardy, and it's written by Owen Edgerton.
Oh, hey, I know him.
Owen Edgerton, our friend here in Austin, or he used to live here in Austin. He was one of the Master Pancake, guys, Master Pancake Theater. And I just happened to be friends with his sister too, Ann Wen. And Ann Wen said, hey, they're having a special showing of my brother's movie, and he's going to be there for a question and answer session afterward. Do you want to join me? So I got to go for a premiere. It wasn't the official premiere, but I got to go for an early showing. And Owen was there and, answering questions. I got to say hi to Owen and give him a hug and tell him how happy I am for him. I'm so excited for him.
Awesome.
This movie is so fun. It is a teen slasher movie.
It's right up your alley.
And it's all about this whistle. They find this whistle, this ancient artifact, and there's an evil curse attached to this whistle.
Love those ideas, right?
Yeah, and
like a talk
my gosh,
to me kind of thing where you can unleash the beast.
If you are a horror movie fan, and if you love like 80s horror, this is so much fun. I can't wait for it to get a wide release and everybody get to hear about it. So
is it available right now to watch, or
it is? I think next week it will be out at theaters.
Okay.
Why? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
But,
okay.
And then it's going to be a while before it's streaming. But yeah, it's just coming out in theaters. I'm so excited for Owen. He did such a good job in this movie, and it's really cute. There's one tiny little, and he let us know before the movie started. He said, "I do have a cameo." But he said, if you blink, you'll miss it. And it was a tiny little bit there. And of course, everybody in the audience screamed when we saw it. Whereas opposed to his last movie where he wrote and directed his last movie, and he actually had a part. I mean, he played a part in the last movie, and he was great. Owen's very talented. But he was like, he didn't want to be, he said, I didn't fit in this movie. And I understand, but it's about teenagers.
Right.
And he's like, I didn't fit in this movie. It's like, yeah, I get it. Anyway, a really fun Whistle. Look for it. Okay. So speaking of fun, we're going to get it. Let's get into our movie. Of course, Erin, we had to invite you because we have a 70s classic here on our hands.
Yes.
So let's just jump into this, folks. From 1974, it is Mel Brooks' classic film, Blazing Saddles.
Torn from the fiery pages of the mightiest annals of the West comes the supreme saga in the great tradition of frontier drama.
Francis.
He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shining star. His job to offer battle to bad men near and far.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jim, but most people call me
Jim.
Where were we?
Oh, Rock Ridge.
Rock Ridge. I want that land. Clumsy fool.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. There might be a legal precedent. Of course. Land snatching. Sea. Land. Sea snatch.
Work.
Okay, folks, let's wipe them out! The heroic sheriff rallies his citizens in the wildest finish the West has ever seen, or the movies have ever shown.
Ow! Oh, ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty?
Spaceball. Did I call Spaceballs? I just said Spaceballs.
Oh man, I think I watched the wrong movie. But don't worry, I'm well prepared.
Oh
I've
my
seen Spaceballs enough. I've seen Spaceballs. It's my favorite Mel Brooks movie, by the way. I love Spaceballs.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm like,
that's
okay,
so
let's
funny.
switch over.
All right, let's do Spaceballs
Oh
too.
my God, okay,
Let's
the
throw it in
movie
there.
is Blazing Saddles
Both Mel Brooks, right? You
from
love that.
1974, but directed by Mel Brooks, who, and this is why I said it, because I had the list of all his movies here. Spaceballs, History of the World Part 1, The Producers, and a movie we covered here, Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein,
which
that's right.
came out the same year as this movie. They both came out
really?
in 1974.
Right after.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing that he would have two huge hits in 1 year.
right.
That's crazy. I mean,
With
that's
Gene Wilder too.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's in both movies. Yeah.
I was looking
They-
at Mel Brooks's filmography. He started, a very small part in 1951 as a window washer on the Melton Berle show.
Yes.
That was 75 years ago.
Yes. Yes.
70. Most people aren't even 75 years old.
Yeah.
He's
and
been
that's
in the
when
business.
he started in the
Oh my
business,
gosh.
and he's
Oh my-
still here, y'all. He's still
Yeah.
here. He's still.
Yeah.
He has a 2026 credit for the voice over the Land of Sometimes. He's still going at it.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. He's amazing.
wow.
The man
You know, they
is.
just came out with that documentary of him on HBO.
Mhm.
It's like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And he's like still going. He still has his humor, and
Oh, he is still
he's like
sharp as a
99 years
tack.
old.
He is
Right.
hila-
Is
he
he-
is
and his
hilarious.
memory.
Oh
and
God, he's
everything.
hilarious. The man's hilarious.
What the heck?
And we'll get more into him. That man is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
The star,
Legend.
this and also talk about phenomenal. The cast of this film. Oh my God, Cleavon Little is the star. That's Bart, Black Bart. I love Black Bart because he's black.
Bart. Yeah.
Gene Wilder, yay. Now Gene Wilder, who had been working with Mel Brooks on the script for Young Frankenstein when this movie, they were already working on it, and then we'll get into how Gene Wilder got involved in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Madeline Kahn, the incredible Madeline Kahn. Oh my God.
So funny.
Harvey Korman. Slim Pickens is so funny in this movie because
Is that his real name?
That's
Slim
his.
Pickens?
Well, that's his professional name.
Okay, that's his Hollywood
Stage
name.
name.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was
okay.
famous for being in westerns back in like the,
right.
the 50s and stuff, and so
That's
and
a
that
good
was
name.
Slim Pickens, and then
Slim
he's perfect
Pickens.
for this, and of course Mel Brooks always makes an appearance in his own films.
Right.
So a quick summary: in order to ruin a western town and steal their land, a corrupt politician appoints that's Hedley Lamar. Appoints a black sheriff who promptly becomes his most formidable adversary. So this is set in 1874 in the American frontier, and there's a new railroad being made under construction, and it's going to be rerouted through the town of Rock Ridge to avoid some quicksand that they found. Okay. First of all, before I get even into the story, let's talk about our history with this film. Because Keith, you had never seen this movie.
Never seen it. No.
But you said you had seen Spaceballs. Have you seen, and I know, we watched Young Frankenstein for the podcast.
Yeah, that's about it, though. I haven't
Okay.
really seen History of the World. I've seen parts of that.
Uh-huh.
But looking through his filmography, I haven't seen very much of Mel Brooks's work. Other than I grew up on Spaceballs. I've seen it hundreds of times. I could quote that movie.
It's so funny to me that's the one that. But I guess
That's
it's
right.
also, I have to think about
1980s
your age
kid, yeah,
and when it came out and everything, and also the subject matter and your age and
sure.
So, Erin, I know you had seen this, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I give credit to my parents for all my horror film and everything. This one I have to give to my brother Jacob. Like he introduced what I remember, like Abbott and Costello and Mel Brooks into my life and stuff like that. And there was like a section where he was like into Mel Brooks, so we watched a bunch of his movies, and this was one of them. And I mean, I think I'm like 12. So, I mean, that was my introduction to like race, So, yeah,
okay.
I grew up on this movie as well.
Okay, but then your wife Carla had never seen it.
No, she's like Keith, where she had only seen Spaceballs.
Wow,
that's still all she's seen. She hasn't seen anything else. And so she wanted to watch this one, and usually she doesn't like spoof movies like this. And she was just cracking up.
Oh, this one's like.
She's like, I don't know why, but it just works. She said that it's like watching a live action Looney Tunes movie. That's how she described it.
That's a great way to put it.
Yes.
That is a great way to put it. It really is. It's
I was like, oh my god!
Expect the Coyote and Roadrunner to come up in a moment.
Especially the toll road scene and everything.
Yes.
She's like, it's such.
Well,
a
some
Looney
of it's
Tunes
on
movie.
purpose. I mean,
they're
literally mimicking it. Yeah, with music and everything.
Yeah.
Telegram. Telegram.
Telegram. So she really enjoyed it.
Well, this movie came out in 1974. I was 14 years old.
Well.
And I don't know how, but I was able to see this movie.
I mean, things were a little bit looser back then.
Well, I think I can't remember who I went to see it with, but I know we had to go with an adult, and whoever it was knew we could handle it, I guess. But oh my God, this movie has been in my head ever since. I can't. I have no idea how many times I've seen this movie. It's hundreds, I think. There are so many, like Erin, you said when we were texting, you said there are so many iconic lines in this thing. They just one after another. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yes.
Okay. So, we meet Bart. He's working on the chain gang, and then they're going to hang him. But then they decide, oh no, what we're going to do is they're trying to run a railroad through this town. And so what they're thinking is, well, how do we get the people to get out of this town? Oh, what we'll do is they need a sheriff. So, and he's the mayor, the governor, I can't remember whatever Mel Brooks is, but he says, we're going to get him to assign a sheriff. Well, what we'll do is we'll get a sheriff that they hate so much that they'll all leave. So what they do is they get a black sheriff. Oh, we get a black sheriff. They won't stay. They're not going to put up with that. So they get Bart to go be the sheriff there. And they're like, oh yeah. And Hedley Lamar, I love the whole Hedley Lamar thing. Harvey Korman's character. Okay, Keith, I know you don't know who Hedley Lamar is.
Right.
Hedley Lamar was a fabulous actress from the late 30s and 40s mostly. She's gorgeous. There's a whole backstory about her. If it weren't for her, we wouldn't have cell phones today.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. There's a weird connection there. Look it up sometime. Hedley Lamar. It's really interesting. Now they keep making jokes about how Hedley Lamar and Hedley Lamar, and you can sue her later. Hedley Lamar sued them because they used her name in this movie. And Mel Brooks said, we made so much money off this movie, and that joke was a hit. Pay her.
She deserves it.
Worth it.
He said they didn't even go to court. They did a settlement, and he said we paid her. It was worth it. So Hedley Lamar plans to force Rockridge's residents out of the town, and he sends this gang of thugs out there, led by his Taggart. That's Slim Pickens, to shoot the sheriff and trash the town. Well, not wanting to go with the Reverend Johnson's suggestion. Notice that everybody in the town is named Johnson too. It's like,
yeah, right.
Yes, That's
a town of
in the
Johnsons.
background. There's just like all Johnson.
They're all Johnsons.
And I love his. Oh, and Howard Johnson has a restaurant, of course. So so Reverend Johnson suggests, not wanting to go with Reverend Johnson's suggestion to leave, the other citizens, all named Johnson, leave the other townspeople in demanding that Governor William J. Lepetamain, I love his name, Lepetamain, that they appoint a new sheriff. So Lamar persuades dim-witted Lepetamain to appoint Bart, a black railroad worker about to be executed for assaulting Taggart. So now a black sheriff, Lamar reasons, will offend the townspeople and create chaos and leave Rockridge at his mercy. So after an initial hostile reception at which he takes himself hostage to, I love that scene. Oh no, when he pulls a gun on himself.
Oh no, he'll do it.
Yes. Now, going through the plot of this movie does not even touch how funny the jokes are. Because they are just one after another. Sometimes they're in the background and you don't even notice them until the second time you see the movie. There's so much incredible stuff.
I heard that too, that they were like Mel Brooks and others were sitting at a round table trying to decide, and they had to cut a lot out because everyone was fighting for, I would have put this in, I would have put this in.
Oh yeah.
So it was just a montage of all these different ideas put together.
Oh yeah. And there were 7 people writing this movie basically, and they were all and just throwing ideas, boom, 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 boom. So Bart relies on his quick wits, and he meets when he goes into the jail, when he takes himself by gun into the jail. He meets Jim, an alcoholic gunslinger known as the Waco Kid. Now that's Gene Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants Jim to help him overcome the hostility of the townspeople. Now, something about the character Jim, when they started the movie, an actor named Gig Young was supposed to play Jim. And he was a very famous actor, an older actor. And Mel Brooks really wanted an older, wizened, worn out looking actor to play this part. An alcoholic.
He wanted a true alcoholic to play
Well, the problem is Gig Young really was an alcoholic, and he could not perform on set. It was just too far gone.
It was that, wow.
Well, they said that he in the documentary that he was drunk and stuff, and Mel Brooks was like, "It's okay, he'll be fine," and then he just like starts throwing up. Like,
no, literally, the scene, when we first meet Jim and he's hanging upside down.
Yes.
His head. Okay, they hung him upside down on set, and then green stuff started. Mel Brooks said green stuff started spewing out of his mouth.
What?
And
like Exorcist, and they're like,
and
okay,
they're like, no,
and then go to the hospital, and they're like, okay,
Mel Brooks,
too much of an alcoholic.
Too much.
Mel Brooks, he tried to make it work. He really did. He wanted it to work, but he's like, no, this is not going to work. And so finally, and I can't remember, there was another actor too. They talked to before Gig Young, and this actor said no, he wasn't comfortable doing it. I can't remember who it was. But then, Mel Brooks had been working with Gene Wilder on the Young Frankenstein script during all this, and he's like, hey, I think you can do this, Well,
and here's
crying. The thing. Gene Wilder, he wanted Gene Wilder to play Hedley Lamar.
Oh.
And Gene Wilder is like, no, I don't see that.
Not really
see it. And Gene Wilder is like, I saw myself as the Waco Kid, But no, he wanted the old alcoholic. So Gene Wilder kept saying, I want to play the Waco Kid. And Mel Brooks is like, no. So then Mel Brooks says, hey, we want you to play the Waco Kid. Yeah. So he was right in the long run. Yeah. So, and Gig Young actually sued Warner Brothers for breach of contract over this.
Really?
Which kills me. How can you sue a company for firing you because you were too drunk to work?
Like you breached the contract.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to save his name a little bit there or something. But anyway,
he died 4 years later.
Yeah, it was sad. It's sad. Okay, so they send in to get then we get into the story of Mongo. I love Mongo.
I love him. He just wants some respect.
Mongo.
Okay, now by the way, when they were writing this movie, and one of the writers of this movie is Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the writers.
I heard that they were considering putting Richard Pryor in to play Bart.
Mel Brooks
is that right?
was like this. It's got to be him. It's got to be him.
Oh, he would have nailed that part too. I think.
Well, but I don't know.
You don't think what? Why not?
Well, because here's what Richard Pryor told Mel Brooks, and he's got a point. He said, I'm not black enough for this character.
What? Really?
He said, I look more brown than black. And he does, and he said in real life, his background is not completely black, And he said, this guy is black.
Yeah.
And also, he said, I sound too casual. He said, my way of talking is too casual. He said,
okay, so a little more formal,
has this way
register.
of delivering his lines. He said, so he was right.
Well, Richard Pryor came out with a comedy album that had the N-word in it and everything, and it was like really controversial.
Oh yeah.
And so WB was like, he's too much of a controversial character to put in your movie, and it might flop it.
Yeah, but then the movie is full of the N-word.
And he pushed for it. And Mel Brooks was like,
should we say it here?
And he's like,
yes, say it. Yeah, use it there. In fact,
it's so funny too that in the documentary, like Dave Chappelle is interviewed in it, and he's like, nobody can do that movie except for Mel Brooks.
And nobody could. I was going to say that too. If nobody can make this movie today.
No,
I was going to say
get away with it.
There's no way.
You can't get away with it, and it's amazing what he got away with. It's amazing,
right?
It's Mel Brooks.
Only Mel Brooks can do this. He knows the edge to take it to, and he knows just where to stop.
Mm-hmm.
He's amazing. Anyway, so they send in Mongo, who is Alex Karras, who is perfect for this part. Alex Karras, was a football player before he became an actor.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's why
but it's so funny because he's more famous now for acting than playing football. He's just
obviously,
yeah. But I love when he's like, oh, Mongo, Bart is able to stop Mongo with the Warner Brothers bit there. Telegram for Mongo. So when they send Mongo in to kill him, then he outwits Mongo, and Mongo's like, oh, I like you, I love you, and then Gene Wilder's character, he says, oh, something's going on, and I love it. He goes, Mongo's straight.
Yeah. He's like, not like that, but it's so funny that they have them all chained up and everything, and they're like, Mongo, you're free to go, and he just goes, oh.
Okay, and he just unchains himself. Yeah, well, I break the chains. I'm just here because I feel like being here.
I love Mongo.
Yeah, he's so great. Well, then we meet Lily Von Stoop, possibly the greatest comedy character in a film ever. Oh my God. When Mel Brooks was interviewing Madeline Kahn for the role, I don't know, Erin, I know you really get into the background stuff. So, did you hear about their interview when she went in and he wanted to see her legs?
No.
Yeah, he's like, "Can I see your leg?" And she's like, "Excuse me, you want me?" He said, "Well," he said, "No, it's he said, hey, I'm married and I'm in love, but it's you're doing Marlene Dietrich, and you have to do the chair, and I have to see if you." And she's like, "Okay." So she said, she started to lift her skirt, and he said, "Now you keep your distance." But Lily falls in love with Bart, and we got to talk about the "I'm tired" number. Oh my God!
It's like she's so like lazy to be there.
Yes.
She's like, oh, another guy, another thing.
They're always going and coming and going, and always too soon. Right, girls?
Yeah.
She is brilliant. Of course, she's imitating Marlene Dietrich, who famously was in a couple of westerns where it's like a fish out of water in these old movies, and yet everybody loved her in these movies. So there she is, so funny. So when Mongo gets released, he kind of tells Bart of Lamar's connection to the railroad. So Bart and Jim visit the railroad work site, and they find out from Bart's best friend Charlie that the railroad is planning to go through Rock Ridge. So now they know the whole plan. They now we see what's going on.
Sense. Okay.
But and Taggart and his men arrive to kill Bart. I like Taggart too. The actor who plays Taggart. I can't. What was it? Oh, Burton Gilliam is his name, and there's just something about his delivery. He's so funny. He said, "Oh my God," he said he had a problem at first saying the lines because he just didn't want to say the N-word. It's like it's just. And Cleavon Little took him aside and said, "Buddy," he said, "if you really said that word like in real life, you wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be talking to you." He said, "I know that you're not that person. You're acting. Going out there and acting." And he said he made
stamp of approval.
He said, "Do this. We're doing this. We have the same goal. We have the same goal." You know, he made him feel. But he said even then though, he said it was not. He said the hardest part of making this movie was saying that word.
Yeah.
That was the hardest part for him. He said everything else is fun. And he said also he is the first actor to ever fart on camera.
That whole fart scene. Oh my God.
The fart scene is nuts. I've got, and Mel Brooks talks about it. He said, they would watch all these old westerns. He said, all these guys do is eat beans and drink coffee. Yeah. Why are they never farting?
So he made up for it all in one scene.
Yes. And what's hilarious, y'all, oh my God, when they first showed this on television, they couldn't have the fart sounds.
So they're just like lifting up.
Yes. Oh my God. And I have it because I've got a documentary on my disc. And they show the clip from the TV version where they're all lifting up their cheeks and stuff.
But
and all you hear is the fire crackling and a horse going in the background, but they're all ripping. They're ripping them right and left, and there's no sound. It's hilarious.
They actually showed this on like public television.
Yeah.
And did they edit out the N-word at all, or they played it? Okay, they did.
They had to edit out the N-word.
Okay.
It's so funny because I watch this on HBO, and I always watch movies with captions. I am that person.
Me too.
So, the N-word is like it's not even written out.
No.
In the captions.
It's not. Do they do like N dash 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 or
no? They do N and then A in different languages.
Oh, okay.
Like A in different languages.
Okay.
So
interesting.
They don't even put that.
Yeah, I noticed
too.
On mine on the disc on the Blu-ray they do the word.
Really?
Really?
For the closed captions, it's there. Yeah, on the disc.
Yeah.
But I was kind of surprised. Yeah.
Right.
That's so funny. Oh my God. Okay, so Taggart and his men arrive to kill Bart, but Jim, the Waco Kid, he outshoots them. I love how he's supposed to be so fast that you never even see his arms move. It's just
right. Right. It's ridiculous.
He shoots them all, and then if you notice when he puts the guns in the barrel, they're just like this dramatic smoke coming out of the guns.
I mean guns like exhaust fumes. Like So furious that his schemes have backfired, Lamar has Taggart put out an ad for the enlistment of every criminal in the West. And I love the scene where all these people are coming up to sign up to be their, on their team. So from every time era, I mean, they've got
Nazis,
kids on
Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, and I love the biker guys. They don't have bikes; they just have the handlebars. They just sit on the handlebars.
When they ride away on the horse, they're just with the handlebars.
Yes, it's so
on the
horse. So I mean, we got Nazi soldiers and Ku Klux Klansmen, and
this is supposed to be like the 1800s before motorcycles.
Oh my God!
The Mexican Western bad guys.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. So they're trying to distract him, and I love when Jim say, "Hey guys, look what I got," and he pulls Cleavon Little out. Where are the white women
at? Carla actually asked, he's like, is this where Dave Chappelle came up with his skit idea? Do you remember that of Dave Chappelle where
yes.
It's a blind black man and
that's it.
Yes. in the Ku Klux Klan. Have you ever seen that, Keith?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
I'm sure this was inspiration for that. I'm sure
it
was.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
Okay, so east of Rock Ridge, Bart introduces the white townspeople to the black, Chinese, and Irish railroad workers who have all agreed to help them in exchange for acceptance by the community, and explains his plan to defeat Lamar's army. I keep going back to certain jokes, totally out of the timeline of where we are now. There are so many, oh my God, the moments that just, when Bart is just showing up at Ridge Rock, the mayor is reading. He doesn't see him. The mayor is reading this greetings to welcome our new, and he looks up. Nah.
Yeah. And then the welcome back
and
comes,
the welcome sign rolls up.
and then he's like, "Let me pull this out," and the woman
Let
faints.
me just whip this out.
And it's just like notes, and the woman just faints. And, I mean, the whole like black jokes about the black penis and everything.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
With the dancer.
And on a side note, I just have to add. Now, Richard Pryor is not unattractive, okay?
No.
But I'm sorry, Cleavon Little is handsome. I'm just saying.
He is a very handsome guy.
And he has that musical background and everything. So like when they're singing on the railroad and everything, that's actually him singing. He has a beautiful.
I get a kick out of you. Yes, he's got a beautiful voice. Yeah, he's really talented. Really,
and great personality too.
Oh yeah,
very articulate.
But I was watching it this time. I was remembering. Yeah, he's good looking, man. So they all get together and they work all night to build a perfect copy of the town as a diversion.
In reality, it's like 6 hours.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
And then they build an entire set of a city, and then they realize, oh wait, there's no people in the city. So they then in the time they have left, they have to make dummies of themselves with heads that bobble back and forth.
They did buy themselves some time with the toll booth, which was a really
that's
good
true.
idea.
That's
he's like, we got to go back and get some dimes.
Oh my God. There's so many things that are anachronistic in this movie. It's crazy. Oh. And let's go back to when Bart was talking about when he and his family first came out west, that they were in their wagon, but they were behind all the white, frontiersmen.
Yeah, they made their own circle.
Yes, they had to make their own circle to fight up the Indians. And then Mel Brooks playing an Indian, for one thing, with a Jewish accent. I mean, Mel Brooks, Indian with a Jewish accent. And then when he says, whoo, they're darker than we are.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Darker than we are.
Oh, my God. So Bart, Jim, and Mongo, they do the toll booth like you were talking about. And then once through the booth, the raiders attack the fake town and its population of dummies, which have been booby-trapped with dynamite.
They thought of it all.
They did, but then the dynamite won't go off, so Jim has to detonate it with his sharpshooting.
He's the Waco kid.
And he does, and it launches the attackers all up in the air. And the townspeople and the workers attack the raiders as Lily sings with the Nazi soldier.
Oh, that is yeah, it's like, oh, she's doing her part. She's just like,
yeah, she's not even helping. She's just la la la. Remember the good old days that haven't happened yet,
That didn't even happen yet.
So this is when things if things weren't nuts already, this brawl breaks out, and then they literally break through the fourth wall. I mean, literally breaking into another movie set where they're doing like this Busby Berkeley type musical, but it's all these gay guys in top hats and tails. And the director's name is Buddy Bazaar, which I love. Instead of Busby Berkeley, he's Buddy Bazaar. It's so funny. And God, The French Mistake is the name of the song they're singing. Ooh la la. So then it goes into the studio commissary for a food fight, and then it spills out into the film lot, into the streets of Burbank, California. I mean, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, I got to tell you, there's one line during the fight scene where one of the cowboys he's like beating up guys, and he looks at one of the dancers, the tuxedo dancers, and he's like, ah, and the dancer backs up into it must be like a little hallway under a stairwell or something, but they're like fighting, and then the camera moves over, and the next thing you know, they're walking out arm in arm, and the cowboy's like, I'm parked over by the commissary. That was a line after we saw this movie. That was our line, our joke.
We parked.
Tell me you're parked over by the commissary.
I like
that. Was our thing. That was our thing. So Lamar, I love it when Lamar, he gets out of the brawl. Of course, he's got pie all over his face, and he hails a taxi. He said, "Drive me off this picture." Then he hides it at Grauman's Chinese Theater. Well, now it's Mann's Chinese Theater, which is showing the premiere of Blazing Saddles. And everything is so meta in this movie. It's so crazy. When he settles into his seat, he sees Bart arriving on horseback outside the theater. He's like, oh, shit, I got to get out of here now. So Bart blocks Lamar's escape and shoots him in the groin.
Yep.
And Bart and Jim then enter the theater to watch the end of the film.
I love that when he falls and then he writes his name in the cement.
Yes.
In the cement before he dies.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God.
It's so, oh God. Harvey Korman is brilliant in this movie. And, Mel Brooks said Harvey Korman created a lot of what you see on the screen. I mean,
oh, wow.
Dialogue wise and everything. He was just such a great improviser. He would come up with stuff on set, and Mel's like, yes, that's it. Do it, So we're back in the film. They're watching the movie, and Bart announces to the townspeople that he's moving because his work is done. And they're like, bullshit. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you, y'all are getting a little boring around here. So riding out of town, he runs into Jim, still eating his popcorn, by the way.
Yeah.
And invites him, let's go along. Where are you going? Let's go to Nowhere Special. Oh, I'd like to go there. Yeah, that sounds like a good place. So they briefly ride on the horses. Then they, screw this. They get out and jump in a limousine and drive off to the sunset. And then we hear the theme song, Blazing Saddles. The song was sung by Frankie Lane, who was a big singer in the 50s and 60s. And he never told Frankie Lane that the song was for a comedy, though, because he thought it was a dramatic. Frankie Lane thought he was doing a song for a dramatic Western. Because,
really?
Yeah. Mel Brooks was worried that he would sing it silly if he thought it was for a comedy. He wanted it to be, he had to sing it seriously or it wouldn't work.
Western song.
Yeah.
When
this film was first screened for the Warner Brothers executives, almost none of them laughed.
Yeah, all the notes that were like, you got to take this out, take out the part scene,
they were all offended.
And Mel Brooks is just like, okay, sure, no fart scene,
yeah,
no this, and then they walk out, and he just crumbles it and throws it in the trash.
So what they did was they scheduled another showing, and they brought them all back. They made no changes, but they brought a bunch of employees from the studio. And with all the employees in there, they laughing their asses off, the executives realized, okay, we didn't realize what we got here. They finally, and Mel Brooks is like, that's when they realized, okay, they finally agreed to take a chance on it. It's after promising, we talk about cutting out scenes where he said, oh yeah, I'll cut it out, and they didn't cut anything out. Actually, there is one scene that they did cut it out. When Lily and Bart are in the room together and the lights go out, and then she says, is it true what they say about you people? And then you hear zip. Oh, it's true. It's true. Well, they cut it out for the film's theatrical release, but there's a silence after that, which says, it's true. And then he says, Miss Lily, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're sucking on my arm. They cut it out for the film release, but when they put it for the home video release, it's back in there again. Video release, they put it back in. Dom DeLuise, who plays the director of the French Mistake number, that was supposed to be Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers was supposed to play that part, but he came in for an audition with Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks said, after 4 hours with that man, and he said, I can't work with that man. You've got to come do this. He was exhausting.
I'm trying to. Oh, he's a comedian.
Who's that?
The Peter Sellers is
The Pink Panther.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, the Pink Panther. Yeah, and Mel Brooks said he just wouldn't stop analyzing, and he's like, "We're not getting anywhere."
Yeah, and he's like, it's like a 5-minute part, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You're on, you're off. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Gene Wilder. I love what Gene Wilder said. He said, they smashed racism in the face, but they're doing it while you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah.
Hey, all races and even the gays were like.
Oh yes.
I like when he's hitting the Western guy like
He's like, all right.
And then they just start synchronized swimming. And,
Yes.
and they got
Let's get him, girls. When the guy, it's all just and here I am, a gay guy, laughing my ass off at this. Yeah. It's just because
you're just like you're knocking your friends like that's true. Well,
yeah. When also, it's like everybody's fair game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And everybody's we're all laughing at ourselves, basically. Mm-hmm. And I love that about Mel Brooks. He has that ability, he's amazing. I've got some critic quotes here. Matt Brunson, people that I have quoted many times. Matt Brunson from Film Frenzy says, "The movie travels at a fast and furious clip, and the dialogue is endlessly quotable." Like you were saying, Erin, so many iconic lines. Okay, totally. I always try to do positive and negative reviews just to get it. Pauline Kael from the New Yorker, famously, who I greatly admire and rarely agree with, but I think she's really intelligent. Most of the gags in Blazing Saddles never were very funny, and probably Brooks knows that and thinks that's what's funny about those rotten old jokes is how unfunny they are.
Oh God,
I don't agree with that.
It's a very uppity critic.
She can be that way, but I just find her fascinating to read.
It's not a critic for the people, though. That's the thing.
Oh no, she's not. Mm-hmm. No, she's not. Morgan Shawnette from Willamette Weekly said, "Blazing Saddles still holds up as a riotously funny comedy that's just as biting now as it was 5 decades ago." I agree with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree with that totally. This is one of my all-time classic favorite movies, maybe possibly the funniest comedy ever made. Wow. I'm telling you, when it first starts and the music starts, oh, this is cute and fun. Okay. And then the first 5 minutes are okay. And Harvey Korman's like, okay. And then it rolls, it just starts rolling. And then I start rolling. And every time I watch this movie, I laugh out loud. And I've watched it so many times. Erin, I know you're a fan.
Oh, God,
Keith, do you recommend this movie?
Yeah, I would recommend it. Not wholeheartedly, though. I think.
Oh, really?
Part of the reason why is because I could recognize that there were just one-liner after one-liner, but I didn't maybe connect with it as well because I may not have understood the reference, and so maybe that's why there were some questionable reviews. But I thought it was it moved quickly, which I liked, and I understood the whole plot and the crazes, and I do have an appreciation for Mel Brooks and his style, and I think that's why I like the movie as much as I did. So yeah, I would recommend it, but I don't think I enjoyed it as much as many other people, just due to the fact that I may not have been able to connect with some of those one-liners as much as others.
Well, I can't think of one off the top of my head right now, but there were a few times watching this where I thought, oh, you know what? You're not. I thought about you.
You might go over my head. Yeah,
that reference. Well, not over your head, just before your time.
You're right. You're right.
There are a few references there that are old references to old things that
I may not have been subjected to.
Yeah,
right. But I think if I did, then I would be just like you.
I think you'd like it more,
even more for sure.
Yeah. But it's amazing to me though how timeless this. I'm looking up right now. It's the scene where all the people are lined up to sign up to be their criminals. They got the or there's the guy with the motorcycle handles and everything. I mean, there are so many things in this that in another 50 years, these are still going to be funny.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still going to be funny,
It's still going to be significant through history.
And just the fact that they got away with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I just thought, okay, maybe it's in the mid 70s, and that's why. But like you said, there's no way they could get away with making a movie like this today.
And I've heard people say this. I don't think anybody else could have made this movie then. I think it had to be him.
Especially being made by a white man.
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody being, even the black actors being okay with it.
Yeah. Well, and he would say this. It was a white Jewish man.
Yeah.
And he would say that, and I agree with that. He has a way of looking at things through everybody's point of view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees the bad and the good, and he can mix them together and make a joke out of it sometimes.
That's what makes this work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love this movie. So Keith, and after this movie came out, toward the end of the year, then Young Frankenstein came out. Did you like Young Frankenstein more than this?
A little bit more, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But it's not to say that I didn't enjoy this. I did definitely enjoy this, and it was a quick watch, and I like that, and I did enjoy the movie.
Okay,
yeah. So that's why I would recommend it.
Okay, I'm a little disappointed.
I but
that's why I love this though, because
it wasn't terrible though. It wasn't terrible.
Oh no, I know. You.
There's been a lot worse movies than this one. That's
hell yeah. It's so funny though. Like I'll never forget, because when we talk about musicals, we did. I showed you Cabaret, and you loved Cabaret.
Yeah,
I showed you Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Hedwig is one
really
that
liked Hedwig.
I very much loved it.
But then going back to classics, you liked Meet Me in St. Louis.
I can't say
Judy.
now that I hate musicals, thanks to you. I must say.
Yeah, but then I was shocked that you didn't like Singing in the Rain.
It's kind of hit or miss, right? There's a few that
I was shocked.
Well.
I'm like, oh my god, that's considered. Many people consider that the greatest musical ever made.
I
don't. It's one of the greatest, but it's not the greatest. But it's one of the greatest.
You need to show them Guys and Dolls then. Guys and Dolls.
Oh, I like Guys and Dolls. I like it a lot.
I like Guys and Dolls.
But
that's less like Singing in the Rain for sure.
Yeah. You know what? I should watch Guys and Dolls again. I haven't watched it in a long time. When I first saw it, I was a kid, and I did not get into it. Because at that point, when I was into musicals,
I think Keith would like that with the
mob. Keith, I think you'd like it.
Guys and Dolls.
Yeah. It's got a mob backstory, but it's a comedy musical, but it's got a mob. Well, you know what, Erin? We might have to put that on our list.
Okay. Yeah.
And since you brought it up, I'm going to be hitting you up then.
I guess with my arm.
Oh darn.
Put me in for a musical. I'm such a musical geek.
That's a new one for you here.
Oh yeah, here. Yeah, I am such a musical geek.
Oh, are you really?
Oh yeah, we just saw Fiddler on the Roof last week. We went to go see Fiddler on the Roof. I
Tradition.
Did for like 20 musicals. Like
wow, Erin, I didn't even know this. Oh my
yeah,
god. Okay, we got to.
She could be our 70s / musical guru.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not kidding. I'm going to go start looking at musicals after this and make a list, and I'm going to ask you which ones. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So, but getting back to Blazing Saddles, and you know how they came up with the title for Blazing Saddles, right? Well, it was originally called Black Bart.
Oh yeah.
But then they did the fart scene, and they're like, oh, Blazing Saddles. Someone came up with that title. They're like, oh, that's it. It's Blazing Saddles.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
That's funny. It kind of is better too, because it's not like you're going in and being like, oh, okay, this is going to be a race movie. It's like
you have no idea. It's so funny. Okay, scores. IMDb 7.7. That's very good. Tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes. Tomato meter 89%.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Popcorn meter 90%.
Wow, man of the people, Jay.
I'm finally a man of the people.
All right.
It's very rare, but only by 1%. But I am.
It
there.
counts.
Okay. So, Keith, you said you would recommend this, right?
Yeah, I would. Sure.
Okay, excellent. Okay, let's move on. Contact info. You know, I always said, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I'm sorry, X. I need to change that in my notes. I know it's not Twitter anymore. To me, it'll always be Twitter.
Keep it, yeah.
Send a tweet. It's so perfect.
Send an X.
That asshole had to change it. Anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get political. Ooh. Anyway, folks, you can find our podcast on Apple and Spotify and Amazon Prime. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us. Wherever you find your pods, please subscribe to us and please leave a rating. We'd love to hear from you and like to know what you think. Okay, folks. Our next episode, Keith, we are moving from 74 to 1985.
85, okay. Mid-80s.
And we are in 1985, Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Yes, directed by Hector Babenco. Now, this is the original movie, not the recent remake with Jennifer Lopez. That's a musical. That's a totally different version of it. This is the original. Kiss of the Spider Woman from 1985. And joining us will be our friend James Huddleston. James is going to join us
good
for
old
this.
James. Okay, great.
Yeah, James is the one who we were talking about movies and this came up and I'm like, oh my God, James, I bet Keith has never seen this. And he's like, oh yeah, let's do it. So so he'll be joining us for this one. Aaron's nodding up and down like, yeah, Aaron knows this movie.
Okay.
Classic,
good one.
Oh yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Keith. We'll see what you think. We'll see what you think.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. I'm excited. Oh, and speaking of excited, Erin, I'm so excited about doing a musical now.
Oh man, hit me with it! Like
I'm gonna send you a list and send me one too. Let's compare lists. Okay, I'm so excited.
You think I have notes on the horror movies? Oh my god!
Oh man!
Oh gosh!
I am buzzed.
That's surprised it took this long to figure this out.
My arms.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited. Okay, sweetie. Well, we're going to do that soon for sure.
Yes.
All righty, folks. Well, until we feel the kiss of the Spider Woman, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carsino.
And y'all keep watching movies.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.